All right, Volkanovski, Max Holloway, the trilogy. It's over. It's done. We're not going to hear about it anymore. The only way they're going to fight is if Max Holloway goes away and goes on this incredible 8, 9, 10 fight win streak to where Volkanovski says, okay, fuck it, we'll go again. But as of right now, that book is closed. Chapter is done. The end credits are done. It's saying MCMCM, XXX, whatever it says at the end of the movies. You know what I mean? And it's saying, see you later, Holloway. Good eye, mate. Fucking Alex Volkanovski's the fucking champ. Simple as that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, mate.
What a fucking monster. What a goddamn... He did everything. So in the first fight, he did a couple things really. My boxing coach always says, good fighters always go first. And better fighters always go last. And great fighters go first and last. And Volkanovski did that really well in the first fight, where he would start throwing a leg kick or throw something out there, get Max to come to him. So instead of, because he's shorter, he has a longer reach actually, but because he's shorter, covers distance. Not as well as
longer reach, which is wild when you look at the physiques. Sorry, Anthony, go on.
No, you're fine. But a lot of people are chasing Max, and it's Max keeping people on the outside with that jab and them trying to get in. In the first fight, Volkanovski didn't do that. He drew Max into his own range. So that's why he was countering Max's counters, and he did a fantastic job of it. I thought, rewatching it all week long, I thought Volkanovski won that first fight 5 rounds to nothing. So second fight, he didn't do any of those things, and now he talks about it and says, I had a bad weight cut. USADA woke me up. I didn't get any sleep. We're on Fight Island. It was just he didn't bring any of his skill set. He won it with grit and competitiveness. So I still will say I think Max Holloway won that second fight. And the third fight, he did everything he did in the first fight, just 50% better. I don't think Max Holloway looked bad. I think Volkanovski is he's getting better faster than Max is. To be fair, I love Max Holloway. I'm a big Max Holloway fan, but he hasn't evolved or changed in a very, very long time. He's kind of still the same guy he's been for a very long time. And I mean, Volkanovski was on fire, dude. Watching it in person, it was really clear we were watching something special. It was incredible. That right hand he hit him with when he cut him.
Oh,
it was right in front of me, and it was nasty. It was squirting with his heartbeat, like it wasn't even bleeding down him because it was squirting out on his toes. And fucking Volkanovski hits him with it and looks right at Max. Oh, that's a bad one.
I know. Max was lucky the fight didn't finish because of that fight. Sorry, because of that cut. That was a really heavy, severe cut with a lot of blood pumping out. To your point, listen, Volkanovski was one step ahead the whole time, making reads. He was just a better fighter. It was like he could see Max in slow motion. Whatever Max thought he was going to do, he was already 2 steps ahead. He would get in, he was landing shots. He would push out with the feet. Then he would go back in and go again and counter Max's counters. It was a fantastic display of technical brilliance. I got a question for you regarding Max Holloway, because it wasn't like Max Holloway was bad, right?
No.
Volkanovski, just like his name, was great, okay? But Max Holloway does take a lot of shots. Did you know, statistically, Max Holloway has the best chin in the UFC?
Yeah. He, I don't know what that number is, but he's absorbed the most significant strikes in UFC history, right?
Well, I think this is before Saturday night, but yeah, he's absorbed 1,811 punches to the face, significant strikes. He's been knocked down. Oh, and by the way, that is 385 minutes in the octagon. 385 minutes.
Jesus.
That's a long 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. That's over 6 hours. Over 6 hours consecutively in the octagon. Punched in the face 1,811 times. Knocked down 0 times, which is wild. That is so impressive.
That's insane. Especially after seeing the shots he took in person. I'm not sure I've ever watched Max fight in person before, like up close. Like cage side, it was different the way he was getting hit. I mean, Volkanovski was just fucking teeing off on him.
Well, the question I was going to ask is, and we saw this with Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson used to take a lot of damage. He would weather the storm, let them punch themselves out, and then turn it on and normally get the finish. And then now he started to slow down, and it's caught up with him. When Max fought Yair Rodriguez, what a fight that was. It was so exciting. Yeah. There was a lot of damage on both sides. Yair got off to a good start, was landing a lot of blows, and then Max's toughness, and of course, his skill. He's very, very skilled. Got the job done in the end. My question is, do you think we're seeing Max ever so slightly going down the other side? You go up, you become champ, you have the reign, you defend, and then you start going down the other side. Do you think that's what we're seeing?
I don't think so. Oh fuck! It just hit me. God damn! I just yawned. I don't think so, because I think that Max Holloway still probably beats everybody else in the division. I think that a lot of it's just Volkanovski, and I think that there's a lot. Obviously, there's 6 hours of film on Max, and he's just not. He hasn't evolved. He's not. His game hasn't changed. We've watched Volkanovski's game grow and change and develop, and over this period of time since this trilogy has been going on, and Max's hasn't. So I think it's just his either unwillingness or inability to really add a big difference to his game and his style and his approach. Like, Max Holloway's not going to throw a bunch of kicks. He's going to have a wider stance. He's not going to check a shit ton of kicks. He's going to be a long, rangy boxer. He's not going to wrestle likely.
What do you think of the no sparring?
Well, fuck, taking 1,800 significant strikes over your career in the UFC, it's hard. I'd be hard pressed to say that he should, but
yeah, but if the timing's off, if the timing's off, I mean, that is one of the things you need sparring for timing. And I'm not sitting there criticizing Max Holloway. He had a far better career than I ever had. He's one of the greatest featherweights to ever do it. Firmly just now behind, sadly, Volkanovski. But he has, in terms, maybe it's Volkanovski just still improving, still getting better, finally reaching his peak, because he does seem to now be leaving Max in the rearview mirror. Listen, either way, it was a tremendous fight. The heart from Max Holloway always on display. There wasn't bad blood. They were talking a little bit at each other backstage before the weigh-ins, I think it was, but that's just proper competitiveness. They know they're fucking almost the equal of one another, and they know they're going to go through fucking sheer hell on Saturday night. As it turned out, it was only Max that had to do that, but a lot of respect when it's all said and done. Well done to the champ. Well done to Max Holloway. Who do you think Volkanovski fights next?
Man, I don't know. He's talking about going to 55. I think there's kind of a mess up there a little bit. Not a mess, but he's going to have to wait around a little bit, I would suspect. I'd like to see Volkanovski versus Josh Emmett, though. I really would. Physically, the way that those guys match up, the styles, just Josh's speed and athleticism, I think matches Volkanovski. I think he can match his speed closer than anybody else can. He moves really well. He's got really good wrestling. I just think just the physicality alone, I think that's a fantastic matchup.
Yep, no, totally agree. And Josh Emmett came on here recently. That's what he wants. And other than Emmett, I mean, there's Yair Rodriguez as well. But Volkanovski's been through most of the top contenders. Yes, Chinless?
Mr. 9-fight win streak himself, the pride of England, Arnold Allen. What about that? Well said, Harrington. And in fact, I'm going to reach out to Arnold, see if we can get him on next week's show. So if you're listening, Arnold, be checking those DMs, brother. I think Volkanovski should go up actually and fight 155 Charles Oliveira. However, Oliveira wants to fight Conor McGregor, and I feel that he's earned that right as well and deserves a big payday.
And then Makhachev is there hanging out as well.
Yep.
And old Benny. Can't forget it, but we got to stop forgetting about Beneil.
Oh, Benny. I was like, who's Ben? Beneil. Yeah, but Beneil's got to beat one more person. Beneil and Islam should fight, right?
They should. I agree.
That leaves Volkanovski and Oliveira. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. They can fight, and then in the meantime, Beneil and Islam can fight. And then there we go. We've got a clean cut number one contender. It's easy peasy.
Yeah. Call him. Call Dana.
DC finally admitted to Towelgate.
said up in Buffalo, I might have grabbed the towel and then apologized. Did you guys catch either of those?
Yeah, I did catch it, but I feel like he admitted to something that we already knew.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he'd ever denied it fully.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I don't care. It's kind of like fair play.
Yeah.
Like all of us at some point in time have cheated the scale for sure.
I did a video on my YouTube about this, saying, listen, you can't, it's not up to DC. Listen, okay, we're supposed to have honor and morals and be fair and all the rest of it. But when it comes to the scale, we're not talking about in the fight. We're not talking about eye poking. We're not talking about kneeing someone in the balls or none of that shit. But we're talking about when you're going through your near-death experience, Anthony, of 25 pounds that you've got coming up soon at the end of the month, right? I hate to break it to you. When you've gone through that, right, and you step on the scale and they say, I forget what DC was, like 1.6 pounds or something over.
Yeah, just 2 over, something like that.
And then you can find a way where you don't have to go get back in the sauna and continue with that near-death experience. Make the experience even worse and get away with it. If you can get away with it, and it's up to the commission to spot that.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
So I've never done it in the UFC, but on the regional scene, like I've cheated the scale before. Not a bunch of times. Once or DC kind of explained it when he was talking about it, where everyone's kind of looking over your shoulder at the scale, like everyone's looking at the number after you've already missed, and you get a coach, they'll just put like 2 fingers under one of your butt cheeks, and as he's staring at the scale, just lift up just a little bit on your butt cheek and just bring it up. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because listen, I was
like, especially when they're like, everyone's standing around, you got a towel, so you got one of your coaches holding the towel. Well, his hand, if the commission's in front of him, his hands are hidden by the towel, so he can just just give you a little bit of a boost and just take
the little fingers up the butt cheeks. That's a good one. Because for those people that don't know, you're supporting a little bit of the weight. Do you know what I mean?
Just a tad. And if you're 0.5 or 1 pound over, it's almost zero pressure on a butt cheek.
Smidgeroo.
I mean, you just gotta just enough to where you would even make an indention with the finger in the butt cheek. It's just enough.
A little tap-tappy. A little tap-tapperoo.
Tap-tapperoo.